on any of them.
There's 150 or more to see. To be a Pokemon master is my destiny. I'm just thinking.
I can tell. He's evaluating whether or not he can marry me.
No! I already decided that.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Would you like to see the evolutions?
I mean, I feel like I should. I just feel like that's also going to ruin all of my childhood innocence, you know?
That's fair. We know what Venusaur looks like.
Yes. Which, like, I'm here for grumpy old man.
Okay. There's Venusaur.
Uh-huh.
Here is Charizard.
Yes, which I am highly familiar with. Do know Charizard very well. Again, absolutely basic.
Charizard has 2 Mega Evolutions.
Okay. I'm here for that.
Can't see the other
That's
one.
alright.
And he also has a Gigantamax form.
Ah, sure.
Because he's the beloved.
Yeah.
Now we got Blastoise
Okay.
and Mega Blastoise. And Gigantamax Blastoise.
Wow.
Because Gen 1, they just gotta keep on doing that. Alright, so that's Gen 1.
Uh-huh.
How do you feel about those 3 final evolutions?
I'm okay with it. Bulbasaur would have moved up eventually. But, like, I'm still here for it.
Okay. So here's... Oh, well, that's Chikorita. Chikorita evolves into Meganium.
Gorgeous. Beautiful. Simplistic beauty. I understand probably not incredibly powerful, but, like, I am here simply for the friend that lives in my backyard garden. You know?
It is 5'11".
Again, friend that lives in my backyard. I love it.
It does. Oh, I can't go down that far. It's a starter Pokemon. Its stats are pretty good.
I'm here
Yeah.
for it. I love it.
Definitely. So then here's
Yes, I do know Typhlosion.
real Typhlosion.
Which also beautiful, gorgeous. Well done, sir.
Also has
Yep.
Hisuian form. Which makes me think there's no way they'll straight up do 2 Fire Ghosts in a row. You know, Fuecoco supposedly leaked being Fire Ghost. But, I mean, we'll get to there. We'll get to what I'm mad about in a second. Here's Feraligatr.
Yeah, I've got no allegiances there.
It's fair.
It's very, like, I know nothing about Digimon, but, like, that would make me think it was Digimon, not Pokemon.
What do you think about Gen 2? These
Those
next
3?
three.
I would have moved up my grass buddy.
Chikorita?
Correct.
What do you mean would've?
Well, no, if I knew all of this, like if I was making the decision on the full evolution of the,
Sure.
would have changed that.
Trico evolves into Sceptile.
All right. Okay.
It's got seeds on its back. That's how Fern distributes.
It's the look, the facial expression. Like it goes from very cute little thing to like sleazy guy at the other end of the bar.
Sleazy. He's dangerous.
Exactly.
He's gonna cut you.
Right? Sleazy guy at the other end of the bar.
But he has no intention of. He has violent intentions.
Correct.
I just. You're so mean to my favorite Pokemon.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
You asked me for my opinion.
I know. Okay. Are you ready for Blaziken?
I don't know. No, was not ready.
I know.
Not whatsoever ready.
Yeah,
I'm so disappointed.
I know.
But see, like, again, this is the, like, humanoid animal rather than the cute animal trying to be human-like.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the Digimon.
Also, like, I feel like we're doing something about, like, cockfighting here that I'm a little uncomfortable with. Little.
We've always been doing something about cockfighting with Pokemon. Okay, well, how about Swampert?
I'm here for this. Again, I have no idea what it is, but, like, I appreciate it.
Look at the large Mega Evolution, the large lad.
That's great. I'm sorry for yawning so much. I was up at 5:30 this morning.
It's okay. So how do you feel about Gen 3?
I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed with Gen 3. What was the first one from Gen 3 again?
Sceptile.
Yeah, I'm disappointed with Gen 3. Just in general. Like, they could have... I feel like they could have pushed each of them more. Like, this Swampert to me looks like a second evolution.
Ooh! Hot takes!
I feel like you could have taken this... Like, but then you do the Mega one, that feels Final Evolution to me.
Sure.
Right? So, like...
Well, so here's my psychoanalysis of this. I'm gonna no, it's gonna be a fuck. Oh, it's not a web P. Here's Mega Swampert. I'll put him over here. This Pokemon was designed around 2001, probably. This Pokemon was designed... Oops, no, point at you. No. I'm dumb. This Pokemon was designed 12 years later.
Sure.
So it fits more with the design philosophies that you've seen of the newer
That's
Pokemon.
fair. That's totally valid.
That's
but like, even compared to some of the first Pokemon, like, you put that up next to, like, Bulbasaur's or Squirtle's Final Evolutions. It doesn't look nearly as strong. Like, I don't even want to use the word, like, okay, that's... Anyways. I don't even want to use the word, like, imposing or dangerous or anything like that. It just doesn't look as strong. It looks...
Okay, sure.
Like a teenager. That's my opinion.
There you go. All right.
Because I feel like, okay, if I'm gonna go into this more. Like, first evolution here, I feel like is baby evolution. So, like, before they're doing the real baby thing, like, that should be baby version.
They did the real baby thing in Gen 2.
Well,
That's about the only time they did the baby
sure,
thing.
but, like, that first one should be baby. Second one should be your starter Pokemon. And then you go from there. That, I have strong opinions about that.
Fair. What are we doing on this?
Song.
You do? Oh, because it's one of the lo-fi. It's one of the songs that I have a lo-fi mix for. Gen 4. You know some of these fellas. I know you'll like Torterra.
Yes, I love Torterra so much. Torterra and Snap is like one of the best things ever.
Yes.
Being able to wake him up at night so that he kind of growls at you just a little bit and then turns around and go back to sleep. I love it. Also, when you've got Pichu and Score Bunny things sleeping on him, 100% here for it. Love it.
He's good. He also is a very good Pokemon.
I can understand that.
Learns Earthquake by leveling
Strong.
up. So here it is, Jamie.
Uh-oh.
Infernape. Remember when I said they would never do 2 fire ghosts in a row?
He looks more fire for fighting.
That's correct.
Okay.
Do you remember Blaziken? Was firefighting. They would never do 2 fire ghosts in a row.
Wow. Okay. Now I didn't put together all of the pieces. Like,
Connected the 2 dots.
I think the design is fun.
Mhm.
It very much fits like a cartoon.
Mhm.
I would have a harder time with it as like in a group of Pokemon
Hmm.
instead of its own cartoon.
It has grown on me a lot.
That's fair.
Some of that is because it is no longer the fact that 2 out of the 4 starter fire Pokemon are fighting type.
Mm.
We have progressed beyond that. Has helped me appreciate Infernape more.
Sure. Also, I like the fact that it's only 311.
Short King,
I'm about it.
and then we've got Empoleon.
See, again, the like in a good way.
Okay, thank
Like,
God.
No,
Thank God.
No. Again, in a good way. This is the like I am an animal trying on human characteristics.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate that. I
Mhm.
think that is sweet. I
Mhm.
think it's fun. The barbs underneath the flippers are really terrifying.
It's his fingies.
Is that what that is?
It's his fingies.
Okay.
For
Makes
grabbing.
me feel better.
So, how do you feel about Gen 4?
Better. They have improved from Gen 3. They're actually like they have moved into like proper evolutions again. I'm upset about who was I upset about?
Blaziken? You were upset about Sceptile, you were upset about Swampert, you were upset about Blaziken. You talking about Infernape?
In this, no, Infernape is fine.
Oh, okay.
It's fine. We had Empoleon, we had Blaziken. What was the other one that we had?
Are you talking about Gen 4?
Sorry, Infernape. And then what was the other?
Torterra. Your favorite
right. I
one.
love that. Yes. So yes, very positive.
Okay.
Gen 4. Like Gen 4 a lot. Here for it.
Okay, good. Alright, so moving on to Gen 5.
Yeah, love that.
Superior.
I think that's great. Also seen that in Snap.
Yes.
I've seen Superior in Snap, which I think is gorgeous. Like how huge he is.
Yeah, it says it's, so in long Pokemon, they give their length as
Right.
height, so it says it's 10 feet, 10 inches, but that's, long.
But I'm still here for it. Like
Mhm.
massive, gorgeous Snake King.
Mm-hmm.
Here for it.
Mm-hmm. Jamie,
I'm scared.
they would never do 2 Ghost Fire types in a row. They would certainly never do 3 in a row.
There could have been other options.
People were really hoping that it would become ground type.
Yeah, that I can understand.
As a pig.
Yeah, pig. Yeah, no, that makes sense to me.
Dark,
Then again, like-
even.
Like, what? Dark would have been great. Dark would have been great because, like,
Yeah.
boar are terrifying.
Mm.
Like, they are mean. They
Mhm.
kill lots of people. Hunting boar was considered. You had to go with a group because there was no way that you could do it.
An open field, Ned.
Yeah,
I don't know the
exactly.
rest of the quote, but I'm only tangentially. That's a thing that you know way more about than I do.
I am a nerd. I do promise. I'm a nerd.
You don't have to promise anybody anything. And now your sad moment.
They've done it.
Yeah. Also, the worst Hisuian evolution. They really didn't do anything for the Hisuian form of Samurott. Jamie is very affected by this.
I'm so upset. Like, the Hisuian version is almost, like, is better,
Yeah.
but, like... First of all, otters and sea lions. Completely different creatures.
Fair.
First of all.
The dream, what's funny about this is we were talking about Sprigatito standing up.
Mm-hmm.
This thing got down on all fours and was disappointment. If it was like it was a Pokemon pretending to be a samurai standing up, that might have been more inspired.
Mm-hmm.
Charizard's flying, and Bulbasaur is always grass poison. but like the Gen 2 starters were only water, fire, and grass. They didn't have any secondary types.
Can we get this abomination off the screen?
Oh my goodness, she hates looking at it. Okay, let's go
horrifying.
Let's go back to Embor then, because that's my point.
So upset.
They could have just made him fire type. He didn't have to be firefighting.
That's
Because the other two are just grass and just water.
It's true.
Anyway, that's how I feel. All right. I want to know how. So this is my son, Chespin.
Right.
He evolves into Chestnut.
Mm-hmm.
Gen 6, the theme was D&D party, kind of.
Oh, sure. Okay.
RPG party.
All right. How about it?
He's a tank. He's also fighting type because they can't quit. Just having emotions. What about Quilladin?
That's cute.
He's also my son.
But like, if we're following D&D a little bit,
This is more like a Final Fantasy RPG.
I understand, but you said D&D.
I know.
I'm going to start there.
It's my mistake.
You've got almost kind of the gnome element, and then you're trying to make it. It looks almost like you're trying to make it like a Goliath.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why? Why not keep it as the gnome?
I mean,
he's powerful.
He's only 5'3". He's a short king.
I don't know.
It's the fighting type that makes them big.
It's also like the unfortunate thing, like step 1 to step 2, totally understood. Step 2 to step 3, what? I feel like we're missing something.
It's becoming a humanoid is the step that happens. They're fully standing up.
I don't like it.
You will kind of understand as we move. I want to know how you feel. I don't know how I feel about all of these Gen 6 Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. This, again, here for. I'm here for this. But, like, okay. I am here for this, not as a Pokemon. I want her in my party in, like, a version of Root, right? Like, in like, a fantasy RPG game, I want her in my party, not as a Pokemon. That's my decision. I love her. Like, I want her to be my friend. And, like, read my fortune next to a campfire. Like...
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But not as a Pokemon. Like, that's cute!
Mm.
Like, it is a very cute evolution, but not as a Pokemon. That's my choice. That's my opinion.
Very good. Time for Greninja.
I mean, I'm following what you're saying about everything. This feels a little more Pokemon to me. This feels a little bit just in the style of a lot of other like fighting-ish Pokemon kind of things. Sorry about the weird pronunciation that's happening.
You mean the official pronunciation, Pokemon?
I know.
That is Kalos. That is Gen 6. How do you feel about Gen 6?
They needed to create a different game.
Wow.
They needed to not be Pokemon. Like, they're beautiful. They're so well designed. They're so much fun to look at, but like, it needed to be a different game. It needed to actually be like a fantasy forest RPG.
How do you feel about Talonflame?
Yeah.
Another Gen 6 Pokemon.
Now see, you would have to adjust that slightly to like stand up, but like all of these feel like they should have intelligence beyond what a Pokemon does.
I mean, I'm trying to fight your point, but then I'm gonna, Florges.
Yep.
I'm so mad. Flabebe is that was the first new fairy Pokemon that they revealed. It's so perfect.
It's so good.
And then they just went with, they retconned a bunch of old Pokemon to be fairy type, which is fair.
Sure.
But then they kept making more Pokemon like the old Pokemon that they retcon to be fairies, instead of making more Pokemon like this
fairies.
that were designed to be fairies.
No, I
Because
understand.
they just kept making more like I don't know.
It's okay. I'm following. I get what you're saying. I'm with you.
Yeah.
But see, I want a separate game that is all of the ones from 6, but as like intelligent creatures as a RPG party.
The plot line of 6 lends itself to that.
That's what I want. I would play that like nothing. Like I would play that all the time. I would love that. Yeah. Like you could make so many cool things.
Wait, here it is.
Yeah.
Does it have art of the? It does have art of the.
Yes. I'm so here for this as not Pokemon.
Wow.
Or like if Pokemon wants to create an RPG, like, but it's
We're listening to Pokemon Mystery Dungeon music, and also, did you hear that? Pokemon, if they want to create an RPG, if the role-playing game Pokemon wants to create an RPG. We've been sidetracked from the starters.
Okay, sorry.
It's fine. This was a great tangent. All right, Decidueye. You know what
I know
the Hisuian
Decidueye.
form. This is the.
Oh, I almost like that one better.
Yep.
I like the original better than the Hisuian form.
Now, however, I agree. As a form,
It's good.
this is way better than the other two ever, because they actually changed its design.
Yeah.
Because and even then they're still slightly cowards. Because what they should have done was name them something else. Have them evolve into a different Pokemon so that they don't have to be consigned to the design principles. Hisuian Typhlosion could have stayed on all fours. It could have been a different Pokemon.
Sure.
It could have been but because they had to make it look it's Typhlosion but kind of different. They should have made them more different like this one.
I agree with you.
Anyway, this is the star of the show, Decidueye.
I think Decidueye looks great. I'm about it. I'm here for
It's
it.
ghost type.
It's not too much into the humanoid kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Which the Hisuian version almost kind of.
It's fair.
It toes that line a little bit.
Talk about human versions. Wabam!
Yeah, no.
That's what Litten evolved into.
No.
At least it's dark type and not fighting
See,
type.
and I understand why Alec loves it.
Mm-hmm.
It's that's Alec.
I
I'm calling him out and he's not even commenting.
think he's here.
If I were to describe Alec as a Pokemon, it would be this. So I understand why he was upset with me.
The coup de grace. The piece de resistance. Primarina.
It still makes me highly uncomfortable. That feels in some way hypersexualized to me. Maybe that's because of how hypersexualized mermaids are in general and is a very mermaid design. I get it being fairy, I've followed that whole thing, but that feels fairy doesn't need to be girly, you know?
There it is. There's my son.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm kind of disappointed in Grimmsnarl.
Oh no, I love it.
I mean, it's great. I just kind of wished it stayed pink, I guess.
That's fair. There could have been more pink in there, but I'm here about it.
Okay, let's go back to Primarina.
Do we have to?
I know. I know you were gonna say that. Okay, so how do you feel about Gen 7? Mm-hmm.
They're just all basic, but in the if I were to be harsh judgy about Pokemon, or if I were to know somebody that was harsh judgy about Pokemon and it's very childish or it's very, whatever else, I wouldn't want to show them this.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Yes, sure.
I would not want to show this gen because it feeds into that.
True.
I would want to show them what Gen 5, where I'm like, look at these. Is that the one that I really loved?
Oh, I think you really liked Gen 4 with Torterra, right?
Yes.
Gen 5 is superior. Gen 5 got worse and worse for you as it went on.
That's true. Yeah, no, Gen 4. Gen 4 is what I would show them. Like Gen 4 peak Pokemon.
Ooh.
Ooh. And this is just scene starters. I have not seen anything else.
All right. Let's go to Gen 8 then.
All right.
Rillaboom.
Yeah, I've seen him. I like him. He's fun. Like that's a different, like that is keeping the animal without making the monkey. That's
have you seen
really
the
funny.
giant drum set, Gigantamax
I'm about
form?
it.
Mm-hmm.
Like that feels appropriate to me.
Yeah. Okay. Feels appropriate. Here comes Cinderace.
Which like is just fun. Like it's a bunny, you know? Like we're almost making fun of every other bunny cartoon there's ever been. Like that's cute and fun. And I appreciate it.
I think I like Raboot better than Cinderace.
That looks almost too other rabbit cartoons.
That's fair. That's fair.
You're leaning really hard into a different rabbit cartoon.
Yeah. And then Inteleon.
Which, like, is too much, but okay. So here, your other lizard guy that I was saying was creepy man at the other end of the bar.
Mm-hmm. Sceptile.
They wanted to make this, but they didn't lean in hard enough. This is that like you've hit the line. Like you wouldn't want to go any further past this, but any less than this, and you haven't hit the joke.
I get what you're saying. I think you have that feeling about all the Gen 3 starters.
That's correct.
Is that they're not cooked enough.
They're not cooked enough.
And I think that a lot of people who are upset about you said that, so Jamie said this word without like no prompting, never part of the discourse. This is the catchphrase of the discourse. Jamie said over designed. Without me bringing it up ever, which makes me feel like that it is an organic word. Because like after hearing so many stuff, like after hearing so many complaints about Animal Crossing New Horizons and people saying quality of life for every single change, it's because it's a life simulation game. So yes, every single change you want is going to be quality of life. Anyway, the buzzword quality of life, the buzzword over designed. Jamie said it sans buzz, and then it means something. But that's the problem, is people say Inteleon and basically everything, even Gen 5 they were saying were over designed. There's way more details.
I like the details.
Yeah.
I live for like that's what I want in evolutions, is give me more character. Like I want something stronger.
Yes, this is exactly what I was looking for.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll pull it up here. Cha-cha-cha. Oh, the Gen 4 Pokedex is messed. Where's Garchomp?
I keep looking like I'm going to be any kind of help, and I'm definitely not.
So Garchomp.
Yes, I know Garchomp.
Garchomp. He's cool. This is the over-designed discussion. If they had made Gen 1, every time I see that it's there, I have to do it. I'm sorry. Okay. The Gen 1 Garchomp with a lot less lines, and the Gen 4 Charizard with the like accents and the spikes. That's, see, I mean, even Gen 4 there were over-designed discussions.
And I can understand why, like, for a purist who has grown up with the absolute basic ones, I can understand where that is coming from. I find that, as again, if we keep talking about evolutions, that is the evolution of design, is let's keep adding in because we have the ability to animate with more detail. We have the ability to spend the time and the money to make these things higher quality. So I don't find anything wrong with it growing up a little.
You're insinuating that the newer designs are higher quality than the old designs just because they're...
Well, just because higher quality, if you're going to use higher quality, solely because, like, animation technology has significantly improved over the last however many years.
How do you feel about Gen 8 as a whole? We didn't get the final...
Satisfying. Gen 8 is satisfying. I feel like, again, it's along the same lines as Gen 4, just at, like, the level of detail that they've put into the character design.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the next group of them. And maybe there's something to be said for, like, becoming creative and creating more can get difficult sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like Gen 4 has more uniqueness than this one does, but a similar design effectiveness.
Okay.
Satisfaction. I just had a lot of stuff crammed in my brain.
You did. We really...
But hey, I can walk away from this saying that Gen 4 is my favorite in terms of starter Pokemon and their final evolution. There were a few others where they were trying too hard. You need to stop. You need to stop. It makes no sense.
It's funny though. Well, how do you feel now looking at this tier list after we did all of that after school work?
I feel like I'm still kind of... There may have been a little bit of shuffling, but not a lot. In terms of starters, this is where I would put them.
Nothing, no adjustments?
I don't think so.
Final answer?
Yeah, final answer.
Now, when you evolve Sprigatito and it stands up, will you keep it at S tier?
As a starter, probably. See, that's the thing. It's like if I'm just evaluating starters, this is what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm evaluating actual Pokemon, it would change.
See, because I'm looking at this, thinking about you, I would say, hated all three of these three's final evolutions.
I didn't hate.
Well, you didn't hate Incineroar.
No.
But you were gonna cry about
Yep.
Samurott.
I was.
You feel like you accomplished it?
I do.
You did it?
I made it.
Excellent.
I succeeded.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not others agree with me,
Well, that's the point.
I have made my decision.
It's your opinion.
And it's on the internet now forever.
Well,